What's going on, everybody? Wilson here, your spiritual hype man. I hope you're having a great day. And if you're not, just remember it's the thoughts in our head. We just got to learn how to change them. We got to learn how to shut them down for a minute. I know it's harder. I know it's sometimes it's easier said than done. But I would say, if you can't do it right away, do something physical. Listen to a podcast, preferably this one. Share it with your friends. And again, something physical, right? So go for a bike ride, jumping jacks, something, just to get you out of that mood. And I know sometimes it's just fucking hard because, it is what it is, and we just have to keep working on it to get better. But just remember, things are temporary, and tomorrow's another day. And hopefully, after you listen to this podcast, you'll have some better perspective. You feel better. Okay, for this podcast, I want to talk about perspective. And the perspective of I think it's perspective. I think that's what it is. And I'll share a story with you that sort of gave me the aha moment. So playing soccer out here, these guys are great. If you guys are listening, or anybody's listening to it, I love the fact that they're that's my part of my community. One, not for just for fitness, but some of the homies out there, just really good people. That I can hang out with for a little bit, right? I feel as human beings, as part of who we are, we need that community sense somehow. That's why people go to church. That's why people listen to podcasts. There's that sense of community. So shout out to you guys. So I was playing soccer, and it's a mixed group, man. It's a mixed group of individuals. You have some young cats, and then you got some wise guys. So anywhere between high school kids, maybe even sometimes younger, they come and play. But you have high school to college to 28-year-olds like me, and then you got obviously older gentlemen as well, and then you got some wise guys that are over 50s, in their 60s, and so one of the games, this one gentleman, his name is Carlisle. He's like 56 or something like that. Awesome guy, I think he's Jamaican, but he's got a cool accent, cool island accent. Really, good. I would love to have seen him play in his prime. But again, at 56, 57 years old, he's still out there fucking playing every Wednesdays and every Sundays. And Sundays are hot, man. Sundays are hot in the morning. We play in the morning on Sundays, and in the afternoon, in the evenings, a little bit cooler, but still fucking hot. And so sometimes he has great games, and sometimes he's it's just like they're not so great, but. My point of perspective is this: in the moment we're playing the game, you have some of these young guys kind of call them out, or just Carlisle, what the fuck, you asked for the ball and you can't get the touch, So there's certain parts where he gets called out by some of these younger guys, and sure, if you make the call, you got to make the touch. Sure, it happens, and sometimes he'll try to fucking shoot when he shouldn't shoot, and try to pass it. Instead of passing it. But that's part of the game, right? You're going to have players like that, whether you're 50, 60, 15, whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. But, that day it became like a thing. It was they were on him. And again, for me, I'm highly intelligent when it comes to that emotional intelligence shit. So I felt like he was feeling bad. So I just kind of gave him some words of encouragement. Dude, Carlisle, I was don't worry about those fucking guys. Let's see them at, how old are you? He said, I think you said 56, 57, whatever. I was I'd love to see these guys be out here fucking playing at 57 years old. It's probably not going to happen. So don't fucking worry about it. Keep playing your game. And that was my perspective. My perspective was while we're in the game, I get it. Sometimes it's hard to, when we're in certain situations where we're only looking at the one perspective, it's easy to just be in that one perspective and blame other people or blame other things or blame yourself for that one fucking thing that you're only focusing on. So in this case, Carlisle just being old and not getting to his marks, or not fucking doing the right thing and giving up the ball and fucking losing the ball and becoming a negative to the team. I wouldn't say negative, but definitely, definitely a higher percentage of losing the ball if Carlisle gets the ball at that particular day. There's days that he has really good days. I still respect him because, again, at 57 years old, being out there, I can't wait to be, well, I can wait, but I'm saying at 57 or over 60, there's guys that are over 60, close to 70 years old, still fucking playing, and they're still out there. So shout out to them. but yeah, so the perspective was like, I get it from like the young cat, because like you're in that moment, you're in the game, the goal is to win. But again, again for me, but again, like for me, it would, because I feel the same way. Like if we're ever on a team, I'm like fucking A, like get there. But there's this level of like respect that I want to make sure I understand. Like I have the perspective that like, dude, these guys are like twice, almost 3 times your age, and they're still fucking out here playing. So the perspective for me is like, look, no matter what, you gotta give the respect where it's due in this particular scenario. And like if the young cat that kept like getting at him, if he just kind of got that perspective, and I don't want to say it that day, and at some point I will, right? Because like I want to provide that, again, that guidance. I want to provide that perspective. But I think it was an aha moment, that I wanted to share as far as perspective, and the story is just like a sample, like an example. But I think the overall macro picture is just the perspective that we're in. Like, are we just seeing one perspective right now, and are we not kind of taking that macro level, bird's eye view of what's actually happening? Because sometimes we need that to then be like, you know what? Yeah, to a certain extent, I think it's more important to play, have fun, enjoy myself, and like, know that this guy at 57 years old is still out here, and I'm going to fucking play with him. Like, whatever that would be in that situation, right? Where it's like, oh shit, okay, like, I don't know. I don't want to say anything, but like, let's say, whatever the situation is, like, what is your perspective on it? How close, how macro, how micro are you looking at it? And is there any solace, or is there any fucking, greener grass on the macro perspective? That's my point, right? That's my point. So shout out to those guys. I hope that made sense. I know it made sense in my head. I hope it made sense to you guys. I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you again for listening. Keep crushing it. My ask is, please share if there's a podcast that really hits home with you. Share it to your friends. Share it on social. Really just want to grow this community and keep going with it. That's my ask for you guys. Thank you guys again. Keep crushing it. Don't forget, nothing changes until you do. Peace.